A guide to recording in portrait mode with the camera attached here and the selfie screen being your quality control on the Galaxy S10. So first we are in the video mode. The video mode currently zooms in a little bit. If we zoom in, even if we go into the photo mode, we have basically the potential to zoom in even more, but the problem is obviously we cannot record video in the photo mode. We also have this mode. But now let's actually try out the portrait mode. So this is the photo portrait mode. It also zooms in a little bit and you have the portrait effect, which is very nice. You can also switch to this view. And now if we switch to portrait video, I think this is the golden thing. Now, additionally, you could also just move closer to the camera if you then don't want this wide angle of the portrait mode. But be aware that closer you are to the camera. So let's say I'm moving to the camera up until here. So now the problem is that I'm currently looking at my screen, and if I'm looking directly at the camera, screen, camera, screen, camera. This is a problem because the user or the watcher or the people who view your videos actually want to kind of feel, I guess, that you are actually looking into their eyes. So this creates the problem that if you then move closer to your camera, and also depending on your angle, of course, if you put your phone down here, let's say, of course you have a lower angle compared to here, but then if you end up here, like this, your head is actually way bigger. So I could actually simulate this, having a higher angle, then your head is way bigger. Even if you now move back, your head is proportionally bigger to your body. So therefore, what I'm currently trying to do is have it on kind of this level, and then instead of being very close to the camera, I'm just moving away from the camera, because actually over a certain distance, think of it like this. Here are basically your eyes, and your eyes look into a certain direction. Now, if basically the distance to the phone is very minimal, what happens is that a certain degree of your eyesight has a very big impact. So this is the absolute impact it has if you move your eyes a little bit. If you now go here, the same impact is much less of an angle. Do you understand what I mean? So basically, by moving further away from the camera, the eyesight issue becomes less and less apparent. So therefore, being away from the camera is actually a benefit. Of course, now you have the problem of your mic, or of the camera internal mic, or the mic that is actually built into the S10 not picking up the sound anymore. And this is a problem for people who don't yet have a microphone. I solved this problem by adding a Rode Lavalier Go and by tucking it basically into my shirt. Be aware that this has a very short cable, and this is also a TRS mic. This then gets input into this combination jack, and here I have basically a normal aux cable, also TRS, that then connects to an adapter I have on my phone, which connects the TRS, and now I have to switch back to the camera, which connects the TRS to the TRRS headphone jack. So headphone jacks on phones and also on notebooks are TRRS, meaning they have 3 rings. I can actually show you. So this is a normal TRS cable, which is a normal aux cable, and it actually has these 2 rings. And the TRRS cable has actually 3 rings. Now, what you also could do is, if you are closer to the camera, or if you are in your screen actually bigger, and I just took a picture, then so basically this is less engaging than this here. So now what you could potentially do is you move further away from the camera to avoid the problem with eyesight, and then you additionally would zoom in. But the problem, of course, is that the portrait, at least as of currently on the Galaxy S10, allows you not to zoom in on the front camera. It only allows you to zoom in on the back camera. But if you wanted to actually make this video very engaging, but still not have the problem of eyesight, so basically engaging by moving closer, not really moving closer to the camera, but by making it appear, but by you appearing bigger on screen, potentially you would use something like this. It's just that the gallery app, not the gallery app, but the camera app doesn't offer something like this. It would be very nice in the future though, if Samsung actually allowed you to crop in. The problem obviously is that there is no optical crop in on the front lens. So this means that Samsung would have to crop in digitally and thereby reducing the quality of the video probably. But when it is also possible in photo here, why is it not possible in video? Like recording like this, for example, would probably be much more engaging and still you wouldn't have the problem with the eyesight.